Hey guys, it's Teatime here and welcome to a brand new speed build. Yes, we are back with a build that is witch related. I can't help myself. I'm really sorry. Anyway, I've got a fresh hot cup of tea in front of me and I'm ready to get into this thing. Yeah, I don't have a lot of energy today and I, for some reason, don't feel like working. So I have tea, which, you know, is the first drink that you think of when you think of giving yourself energy. Anyway, I have tea all the time, so this is just my life. So yeah, anyway, this build was inspired by the release of Realm of Magic, but it is in fact not mostly made out of that, and I did start building it before the pack was released. I built it. In fact, I was basically building a whole heap of different houses as a possibility for my sim to live in for Realm of Magic Let's Play or something like that. So there's just a whole bunch sitting on my computer that are half-finished projects. Anyway, I decided to finish this one because I just really loved it. It uses probably the packs it uses the most. It uses Realm of Magic, of course. It uses some cats and dogs, and it uses some jungle adventure. So it's got a real warm wood, rustic vibe, I think, is probably the best way to explain it. It is one sort of tower of 3 levels height with this sort of extra chunk you can see there, and then an entryway as well. So I'm not entirely sure if it ends up looking like a tower, but I've called it a tower anyway because, hey, why not? But yes, like I said, this is made for a witch. It's made very much in a style I think I would like, so I guess I did have my self-sim in mind, though it wasn't entirely for that. It was just basically building something, for my own enjoyment, which I guess I've been doing a bit lately. I've been building things more for my own enjoyment rather than trying to plan a thing, which honestly is super fun. I suggest doing that if you're trying to force yourself to try something. I mean, that's good, but maybe consider stepping back and just build something for the fun of it. And you end up with wacky shapes like this, and they're sometimes the funnest build. Like, I'm really, really happy with this one in the end, and I'd definitely put a sim in it. But yes, it does kind of only hold a single sim, or maybe a couple. It is intended probably for a single sim type Let's Play situation, I guess. Look, because of its bizarre shape and the fact that we can actually do things with our stairs now, still drooling over that. It's just the best update ever. I mean, the stairs have given us so much flexibility, along with, I guess, other things they've added, like foundation heights and how many levels up or down you can go, so into the basement and up to the sky. And it's just, oh man, you could just add to a wonky looking house like this, you could add anything anywhere now, and I love that. I mean, there's still things missing. Yes, there's always going to be things missing from the game, and we're always going to be picky about it, but what they've actually added for building purposes is just, it's really good, and I'm pretty thankful for that. Anyway, I might talk about the build actually a little bit now. I wouldn't say there was a particular inspiration for this build really, except that I wanted to have a little bit of verticality and some sort of bizarre structure, I guess, sticking out to the side, so whether that was supported or not. So yeah, I guess I wanted to achieve this sort of tower look with like a protrusion, which is sort of what I got in the end. The end product I really love. Basically, I've called it a garden tower because there is greenery everywhere. There's lots of plants inside, and apart from that, there's also a couple of greenhouses outside, so it really suits a gardening type sim or a witchy sort of herbal good witch type sim. And I guess that's what I was going for, and I'm pretty happy that I mostly achieved that. Yeah, but just cleaning up the outside a bit now, fixing up those little balconies and putting in some windows. The windows mostly I do use for this build are from the most recent update that came with items. So I think the Muslim-based update, you can see those windows are just so gorgeous, and they actually suit quite a few little styles. And I was super happy with that, honestly, and that's when the stairs came, so that was just a good update overall. But yes, we're just fixing up these balconies, and I'm putting in the stairs at the back now, curving them around. I'm still amazed that I could do this. I don't know, I guess I'm just way too overexcited about the stair thing. It's just been so long limited, so badly limited with the stairs, and it's just like, now we can make these towers. Oh boy. Sorry. I'm so overexcited about this one feature. Anyway, we're working on trying to figure out how this landing up the top looks. The top landing does end up being just one floor. The only one that's really split into rooms is the bottom floor, which ends up being the kitchen and the bathroom and the entry area. And we're just fixing up the landing into that entry area now. And I do move those stairs forward, so that makes it a lot more concise. And there's our bathroom. So this is basically the end floor plan we go for, except that I am now trying to figure out the stairs. So I've got this thing at the moment where I try and put the stairs in the most obvious place, and they end up being those straight stairs that we used to have. And I can't have those stairs at the moment. Like, I don't know if you're like this as well. You got to place the stairs and you're like, well, the straight stairs probably make the most sense here, but we can curve our stairs now, and so I'd rather do that. So I keep curving my stairs because I don't want to be boring. Is that making any sense? I don't know, I'm rambling a bit. Like, I have to curve my stairs now to save space or something. I don't know, guys. I've gone crazy. Gone. What am I talking about? I've always been crazy. But yes, I am just cleaning up this upstairs area. I do put the bedroom, a little sitting area with a little TV, the cheapest one, because the idea was this probably likes gardening and whatnot, and the TV is maybe less of a priority, but yeah, I've been doing that so much lately. Sorry if it's repetitive. Gosh, I gotta make a big family that loves their TV, maybe a tech family. So maybe just my actual self. Yes, just figuring out what I'm doing on the indoors, and I do change these floors to this tile from Jungle Adventure, and then eventually I change back to wood, but that's sort of the style of tile we go for in the bathroom and up the very top level where our little witchy quarters are. And yes, on the outside of the build as well. It's one of my favorite tiles that they've added in the game ever, basically. It's very funny. I was going through tiles from every pack, and I'm pretty sure there's less tile options, wall tile options, in the wall tile category than there are bars in the game. That's ridiculous. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but like, that's how it feels. Like, that's insane. Like, I want more wall tiles and floor tiles and things, and just things we obviously do need, rather than more bars and things. They keep adding bars to the game. I think everyone just thinks it's a joke now. But yeah, just doing a little trick to tilt some of my chairs up at the kitchen table there, where you have move objects on, which is bb.move objects in your little cheat bar. And then I, put the chairs down so they snap to the bench, and then I place another one over the top and then delete the one that is snapped. If you move it again after that, it will move the chair or the bench to snap to the other items. So, be careful doing that. Just trying to figure out, I guess, the tiling in here. I do change it to more of an updated, one of the newer tiles that they gave us, which I absolutely love. And it actually has tiles in it that feel modern. Yeah, so again, from the Muslim sort of stuff update, I guess. The tiles that do have little patterns on them, they only take up half the wall. They are gorgeous. Yes, and like I said, there's a couple of swatches that look really modern, so if you're doing a modern build, they're just so beautiful, and they look like something you'd actually use in real life, which I feel like Sims just doesn't get at the moment. But yes, we are just trying to figure out, I guess, what door I'm putting here, and I do extend the wall next to the stairs, and then I have to go through the process of replacing the stairs with one that does have this little inbuilt bottom part to it. So I'm just copying those ones. I don't know why we can't put that under the stairs. That would be so lovely to put those supports under the stairs, or have a couple of different versions that you sort of can maybe click on the stairs, and like you would maybe with a room where you change the height of the room or something, the wall height, maybe with stairs you could change if there's sort of a foundation to it, or I guess whatever you call it, I don't know, the supports. That would be really lovely, because right now you can get the sort of hammer tool, the sledgehammer, the destruction tool, and get rid of the foundation that's under the stairs. So it'd be really nice if, I guess, there was a tool to put it back down there without having to replace the whole stairs. Yeah, anyway. I'm using curtains from, what are they from? I think they're from the Bohemian Pack. I call it the Bohemian Pack. It's movie stuff. I can't remember what it's called. The movie pack with the Bohemian stuff. you know, that one. And from... I've totally lost my train of thought now. And from Island Living, those are the curtains that I'm using in the white swatches. All right, we got there. And the bed is from Cats and Dogs, I believe. I do change his little table up though, and I just use that little base game crate, which is really cute, for some kind of eclectic looking or feeling build. Yeah, I do change a bit in the kitchen again, but I think I keep most of that color scheme with that sort of a little bit of little touch of yellow, which actually does go throughout the house a little bit as it is. There are those tiles that I was talking about. You'll get a clearer view of those in the screenshot, but I use the slightly yellow swatch. And yeah, I think it looks really good in the end. I'm pretty much going to use those all the time. That's a warning. I'm really sorry if you get sick of them, but I love them. Anyway, just trying to work out a bookcase right now, which one I like best. And I do end up going with a really old rustic looking one. I do actually decorate some of this build with a few cracks and holes in the wall and a couple of spider webs. I wanted there to be that little bit old, lazy feel, I guess, about the place. Like, I mean, most of it's been redone, but there are aspects that haven't been, or maybe it just gets a touch up now and then, and it looks quite clean and modern in some ways on the inside, but yeah, there are things that show that it's not necessarily. So I didn't really go all out. If I did, I guess I would have put more dead vines and things around the place or something like that. But yeah, this is just, I guess, what I went with in the end. Anyway, I decorate this wall. I really love how this little hallway turned out actually in the end. Yeah, it looks really good, and I was very surprised because I could never achieve that kind of look very easily. So it's nice when that sort of thing comes to you all of a sudden and you're like, yay, I can do it. But most of it is just practice again. It's just practice. So here's my little TV sitting area. Yeah, just a cute little space by the end of the bed. The darkest place in the house is probably this little bedroom zone, which I kind of was okay with. It's a very quiet, cool area, I think, in my mind, where you could just sit and stop and sort of let your brain relax. The TV area is a tiny bit brighter than right down where the bed is. But yes, just piling on some things onto these shelves, as you do. I have actually got the shelf now, the red shelf. I don't use it in this build, but I'm so excited to actually try it out a bit more. The next build I'm doing does have the red shelf. I am using it. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, it's CC. I will link it when I actually use it in the next video. But it's not CC that stays in the game. It's just used to basically place clutter on items that, I guess, restrict clutter, or don't want clutter, or clutter that does not go on specific items. Anyway, mostly rambling. You will see what I mean when I go to use it. But like I said, halfway through the next build, I do get that thing and I start using it. But I'd really love to do a build, I guess, at some point that really utilizes that awesome item. Yeah, just because it's so handy for shelves and things that don't really have any snapping spots. There's so many items we've got recently that don't really have any snapping spots. What do you call them? I don't know. My language is terrible today. Like, I just don't have brain connect power. Oh my goodness. I didn't do this voiceover last night, and it's the reason why this video is a little bit late today, because I had like a migraine and I just couldn't look at my computer anymore. I was done. And so I woke up this morning and I'm still not feeling great, but I'm trying to do this, and so I'm sorry, and thank you for putting up with it so far, because it's a bit of a mess of a voiceover for a build that honestly deserves more. It deserves better than what I'm doing, but I don't know, I just can't today. But I did want to fill every wall here pretty much with something to make it look very full and lived in a somewhere between a very messy and organized kind of way. My signature flowers are in there, of course. But we are about to move to the outdoors. So I'm just finishing doing some things on the inside, and we are working out some of the paths around the outside. I do end up actually just using the landscaping tools and the terrain tools instead of using that path, and I take away a lot of those flowers because they look ridiculous for this house, and there's a lot more messy landscaping in the end, which is my favorite. I love messy landscaping. It's the best. especially because you can use terrain coloring in terrain. Oh, so sorry guys, you could color in the terrain to make it look better. Wow, my brain, I'm so sorry. I probably won't cut this out though, because sometimes I'm lazy. I'm just laughing at myself now. I'm still my own stupidity. Gosh, anyway, I think I even take it out from there. I do. I pretty much take out almost all of those, of those bushes. I put the simpler ones in instead, and then start filling out this garden area with just all of these bushes. Most of them are actually base game, and a couple are debug, just to save a little bit of money. I don't know if you noticed as well, but I have put a bee box under these stairs there. I don't know if it's usable. It was partially for decoration, and you may want to use it, move it into a greenhouse if you did want to plant anything actually in there. But right now I am setting up the greenhouse, and the plants I do put in there are basically just normal garden plants. And I think they look really nice. And so if you want to just leave it as a decorative thing or an area to sit in, to have the illusion, I guess, of growing flowers and things, that's perfectly fine. I would totally do that if I couldn't be bothered actually gardening with my sim. But there is a flower arranging table, and yes, plenty of space there to do a few select flowers and things like that if that was somewhere I guess you wanted to go with your sim. But yes, just finishing off some of this landscaping. I do add, some orange flowers. I just thought it needed a little pop of colour. Of course, the orange does match a lot of the outside of the house. I didn't do that on purpose, but I can't help myself. Apparently, I just like orange. Not on me, though. Or sometimes. But orange? I don't know. Does orange suit you? Do you wear orange? Orange is one of those really awkward colours. Anyway, that was a really weird tangent. I find I'm really terrible at voiceovers. Like, as in, I mean, I can stand here and ramble for a while, but there's not a lot of cohesivity to what I'm saying, if you hadn't noticed. I don't know if I should write down plans or something, but I guess my brain just doesn't focus on two things at once at the moment. And when I say two things at once, I mean the ability to talk and the ability to watch. So I'm watching the video and I could start commenting on the flowers, but the best comment you might start getting from me is things like, oh, look, I'm putting down purple flowers now. And that's the kind of quality you can expect on my channel. I'm so sorry. I don't know, like my brain doesn't connect to parts of my of stimulus at the moment. For me, I don't know, like you could tell by how much I'm rambling that it's just like oh goodness. Anyway, putting in laundry now. I'm sorry if so much of this voiceover has made absolutely no sense. I'm really sorry. But yeah, it's just spreading out the gardening. I put in quite a few trees on this lot. They all base game, mostly trees. So this house I think would fit quite well in Glimmerbrook, just because a lot of the trees used there are base game as well. It would go quite well in some areas of Newcrest. I mean, it's in Willow Creek now, but I'd probably put this in Brindleton Bay, Windenburg, maybe on the island, or in Glimmerbrook would probably be my number one choice. If you wanted to do something with it, also it'd be really cute because it's got so much from Jungle Adventure, possibly in the jungle. My only thing with that is we can't live in the jungle. I know I've talked about this previously, but I just wish vacation worlds weren't a thing. Yeah, because I love so many of the lots in Jungle Adventure, and I just don't find much reason to do anything with them because I can't be bothered actually doing a vacation unless, you know, your sim lives there all the time. But it's the same as retail lots, right? I don't want to go to the effort of going back and forth between the retail lot and at home, and you can't have babies there, so you can't have babies on vacation, you can't have babies at a retail lot or a restaurant, you can't have toddlers at a restaurant still, I think is a thing. So those things really limit you. I just wish you could do these things and live in the place as well. I don't know if there's a mod pack like that. Maybe let me know. I try and avoid a lot of mods just because I don't want to complicate my game too much, and I get stressed sometimes if I don't know what's breaking my game. But we are coming to the end of the build now. I'm just doing a last few things to decorate the place out. Some of it is not on camera, and also the upstairs is not on camera. The very top floor, I did forget to say that, but I do have some screenshots of it here. So do like and subscribe if you're liking what you're seeing. Leave comments below to let me know how you think I went. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!